Okay, dude. On 3. We've done this so many times before. You can get it right this time, okay?
I got it. I don't need a lecture. I'm totally ready.
So wait, can we just go through a practice run?
Yeah.
Okay, so set the can down.
Okay.
And then this is we're gonna make the noise when you crack it, okay?
Okay.
So I go 1, 2. No. On 3. Guys.
Okay. Oh, I thought you said practice the noise to practice.
We practice the noise on 3,
Okay.
just like when you do it.
Okay.
So it would go.
So the noise is.
Yeah, it's the cracking of the can.
Okay.
That's fine. We don't really need to worry about that. Just do a noise.
Gotcha.
On 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Gus,
Yep.
it's so simple. Just when I say 3, that's when you crack the can.
Well, I didn't want to do it the same as the real one because this is just keeping it loose. This is the practice round, So I'll do it right when we actually crack it.
So when you asked me for specific details on the practice,
Yeah.
and then I gave them to you, you heard all that, and why are you sniffing so much?
I think I got a piece of fuzz in my nose.
You got it?
Yeah.
So when I gave you the details for the practice,
Yep.
you thought, no, we're just keeping it loose. It's the practice, so I won't do what Eddie just asked.
Yep. I just didn't want to be a one-trick pony repeating myself. So.
Okay, so let's do it now then.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm okay. Gus. I was actually figuring it out, and so I wasn't looking, and I just heard it.
The worst part is 40% of my brain didn't even do that consciously. I was like, I'm ready to drink.
Becoming the bit.
Fuck.
Oh, no, for real? Oh, man. We're fucked, dude.
Oh, god damn, that's so good.
All right, I just set it off podcast, but this bullshit campaign that happened when LaCroix started getting popular, where everyone started shitting on sparkling water, saying like, oh, it's like a shittier version of watered down Coke. You have a sugar addiction.
Yeah.
And just face it, because once you stop drinking Coke, this is normal. This is even a little much for me. Because water should be the norm.
Yeah.
And so to go like, sparkling water, what are you, some kind of weird baby? Enjoy your teeth in 40 years.
Exactly. Dude, take 2 weeks off.
This fucks your teeth too a little bit.
That's true. I was very disheartened to know that carbonated anything fucks your teeth. But it fucks it less than sugar.
Yeah.
Take 2 weeks off. Drink a LaCroix. No, honestly, bubbly is my favorite shit. It tastes the best. All the stuff is fine. Take 2 weeks off pop or soda or Coke. You're fine. It tastes like soda.
That was it. I regularly drank pop and or soda I was a little baby bitch boy when I was a kid, and I would when I would drink other things like juice or something, I would just like have it in my mouth a little bit longer, savor the taste.
Yeah.
But when you do that with pop as a kid, I was convinced that it just hurts, because if you keep something carbonated in your mouth, it hurts a little bit.
Oh.
So I just didn't drink it because I was an idiot. So then I started junior high, and then I was like, why am I gaining all this weight?
Yeah.
And then in high school, I quit for 2 weeks and just drank water. And at first you're like, water is so boring and weird. And then your brain goes, oh, no, we're back to normal now. I don't want that battery acid anymore, especially if it's Mountain Dew.
It's crazy. Mountain Dew is my least favorite soda ever.
It was my favorite, and genuinely, because it's sugar addiction is not funny.
Yeah.
I have not tasted a regular Mountain Dew. I've had like a Baja Blast Freeze.
Yeah.
But I have not had a regular Mountain Dew since I was a senior in high school.
Hell yeah, dude.
'Cause
2
they're
years clean, baby.
Because honestly, it grosses me out now because
Yeah.
I had it like every single day. It's fucking disgusting.
Well, I had the worst thing ever. I was shooting at Clusterfest with Comedy Central, and they had like all these Mountain Dew like brand ambassadors going around with big ice cold like carts of them, and I couldn't find any line that was shorter than like 70 people in it. So I just was like, I just took some Mountain Dews from these people that had them, and I drank 3 cans of Mountain Dew in 10 minutes, and I felt like I wanted to die the rest of the day.
I don't mean to alarm you, but you're dead, and this is just, you've been running in your brain this whole time.
Oh
Shit,
frick, dude!
Really?
Bummer, let I say.
I didn't want to die yet, though.
That's fine. I was thirst quenched though. So
I did do the do. So
he did the did.
One thing I wanted to mention, because I was talking to our friend Dom at a party 2 days ago, is just the fact. Did we talk about the industry guy on the podcast?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's the fact that Gus made this video called. Is it just called The Industry, or what is it called?
I think it's called Yeah, I'm in the Industry.
Okay. And it was right when we got here, and you were making fun of types of people in LA. And now it seems like people are almost that we run into are doing. This is not about Dom. We were just talking about this topic.
Yeah.
Like somebody we saw when we were getting breakfast. It seemed like he got up that morning and was like, I'm going to find Gus Johnson. I'm going to jokingly be that guy he was making fun of.
It's crazy.
He looked the part exactly, and he said, excuse me, are you in the industry? I recognize you. He goes, I'm a writer. Have we worked together on something? In front of his date to look cool.
I hated it.
I hate
the
it.
The worst part, too, and again, this is going to sound like I'm being a dick extra to this guy, but he looked like, it looked like he was sitting with like a 21-year-old girl. He looked like he was in his mid-40s, and he definitely did not take care of himself. And he was just like shooting the shit the whole meal with stuff like, yeah, we worked on this project. We were able to pull together these funds for this thing.
Yeah.
And I worked with so-and-so and blah, 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 blah. And then like Eddie said, he just fucking reached over. Excuse me, have we worked together?
He touched your arm too, right?
Yeah, and I was like,
it's like, guy.
I'm eating sausage. Go away.
It's sausage time.
Did you see my tweet the other day about another guy like that on the train?
I think so. I don't recall it specifically. But.
I had a follow-up to that because I'm seeing these people everywhere. Like,
especially this last month, I feel like it's like really big now.
What the fuck is going on? Even we went to Comic-Con for a day. Sabrina and I were down there, and there was, right when I called you, like before I left, there were two people that were sitting out on the patio that we were waiting on, and they were from like Watch Mojo and some other place, and they were doing the same shit where it's just like, yeah, I was in charge of this Snap show, and it did pretty well. We were able to pull in 10 million hits, and so, oh, that's great job.
Somebody from Watch Mojo was bragging?
Yeah.
All right, no disrespect if you're at Watch Mojo, but don't brag about it.
Top 10 big dick in it moves in public.
Top 10 times I was important in the industry.
Number 7. No, but we took the train, which was great. The Amtrak train, and it ran all the way down like the ocean to San Diego. It was beautiful. But there was a guy that was sitting in front of us that was another one of these guys. They're like copy and paste people, honestly. And the whole time, there was this like stranger woman that was sitting across from him. The entire ride, he was telling about his like self-produced sci-fi show that he made.
Yeah, now I remember the tweet. Yeah.
And production company. And the follow-up to that was like genuinely, for like 2 hours, he kept talking about it, and then he went silent for a while, and I was like, oh, okay, I didn't even notice that he stopped talking. And then I hear him start talking again, and I see the woman across from him remove some headphones. So she's like,
no.
Wow. Audio listeners, I'm taking off my headphones. She goes, wow, that was really, really interesting. Oh, thank you. Well, yeah, that's just the pilot that we had come up with. He made this fucking woman watch a pilot that he made.
Oh my god, dude. Oh god, who are you? Also, if you're somebody who's making it in whatever industry you're in, you don't need to tell people about it. So that it's like, by telling people about it, you're sharing with them, I'm super insecure about how I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's so just evident, even to other industry people, that I just don't know why it's such a widespread epidemic of like having to prove your self-worth. It's ugly.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure that type of guy is in every industry, but it's super clear with film stuff just because they can talk about like how they're writing something, how they're working on a bunch of stuff, and they think everybody's interested because it's entertainment.
Yeah, and they're able to, I think you're definitely right about that. They're able to drop numbers and names that people can recognize.
Yeah.
So for Train Guy to say like, yeah, we raised $100,000, you know, that goes, whoa, $100,000 to anybody. And they can be like, yeah, we shopped it around to like Amazon and blah, blah, blah. Like people recognize that shit.
What's going on over there?
I think my mic stand's breaking. All right, I got it.
Okay.
Boom. Sorry, just a Rode microphone stand.
Yeah, I don't know. It's we kickstarted about $13,000 for this show, so
it's whatever. That's pre-tax.
I feel like, just taking aside, we don't thank the Kickstarter backers enough because it's not something you keep thanking for or keep thinking about. But it just hit me how like we literally we couldn't have done this without those people doing it.
Thank you guys so much.
Seriously, like that just sounds like a bit, but it's not a bit. Not your thank you, me like introducing it. But seriously, like I was just fucking everything here.
Yeah.
Even Rode gave us the fucking microphones.
Dude, huge shout out to Rode again. Like we fulfilled a contract. It was so casual. Like the dude that from Rode that was helping us out was like fans of our stuff and was just like, hey, I can hook you up with this stuff. And he hooked us up with a bunch of gear, some that we aren't even using on set. He got us some big arm mounts and stuff. And we already used Rode shit. This is not a sponsored plug. But just a lot of people came together to make this work. And we're coming up on a year since we've started.
I think our first episode aired in the end of August, the Jakey episode. Fuck, man. We got to do something for the year anniversary. Yeah. Oh, wait, I already know what we're doing. We don't want to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. It's a secret.
But you know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying, dude. A little bit.
Will we have time to? Yeah, we will. When we're back both together after your family leaves.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll hit him with that little 1-2 kind of, get in
those,
there. Pretty much you and me will be like this. Ooh. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Hold on.
Like a, ooh. That's what they don't know, but we know because of the lingo we
wait. So hold on. I don't.
All right,
guys, everyone, stop listening for a second.
Don't look either.
What are you talking? What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
So phase 1. You know, we talked.
No, don't say you know.
We talked about this.
Don't shush.
Hush.
I hate that.
Okay, I'm scrapping it.
Oh, I told you about the shusher thing, right?
Wait, where?
I'll openly talk about it. I hope it gets back to this dude. I don't know who he is. At my sister's wedding, there was, I don't know this person, but we all had one hallway for where everyone stayed in the hotel there. Mm-hmm. So it was like they asked to book out that block for the hotel, and then everyone rented their rooms. So everybody, and it was on the 3rd floor, one entire hallway.
Okay.
Everybody from the wedding is getting back from the reception, right? And I am talking to my sister's husband's brother. And I say something slightly down the hall to him. It's later at night, but everybody around us is from the wedding. Mm-hmm. And some grown man who was part of the wedding party, he was dressed up like it too, I just don't know who he was, goes, shh.
Oh, no.
And I just look at him, and I just look back at, I almost named it my, does he count as an also brother-in-law? If it's like the brother of your brother-in-law?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah, I say to him, I go like, everybody from the wedding is on this floor, right? And he goes, yeah, I think so. And I just looked at the guy.
Good.
And he was walking away, and it was just like, you just shushed me, motherfucker. What do you do? Like, Sonny already did a whole episode on it, but it's like, you don't shush another adult. Mm-mm. What the fuck, dude?
I know exactly what happened. He spent an entire day paying attention and caring about other people's problems that he forgot that he didn't make any power moves that day.
That's it. He had to make a power move on me.
He's like, it's 3 a.m., day's almost done here. I got to steamroll someone. There's that little bitch down the hallway. Shush.
I asked around who the guy was. Nobody knew, too. But he was part of the party and was staying at the hotel.
Good. Tony, put his picture on screen.
Tony, put his address on there so everyone can go outside his house and shush him. I just want to take this opportunity as well. Danny, our friend, a good friend, Danny Gonzalez, our great friend, tweeted about not showing up to his house.
Yep.
I just have to reiterate for all of the boys, never, ever under any circumstances come to any of our homes ever. Never come to the door. Never do any of that. That's it. We will pepper spray you, not as a bit.
This is absolutely not a joke. I'm not even fucking kidding. And here's the worst part, though, is we have, at this point, most of our friends pretty actively in our lives are other YouTube people or online creators and stuff, too. Yeah. And so many of them have had these problems, people finding where they live and showing up and stuff. And the thing is, pretty much all of these interactions with people that show up are not hostile. People show up and they want to give them a note quietly.
They're unaware that it's a problem.
But that's the thing, is it should be so common fucking knowledge.
Because the thing is, 99% of the people listening right now are going, obviously, I would never come to your home. And thank you for being normal, but continue.
But the other 1% of people have even a scrap in their head that said, like, I wouldn't, but, like, I mean, if it's just me, like, I'm just going to go give a note, just walk over. That's all I want to do is just give a note and tell them I won't tell anybody where you are. No!
Yeah.
There is no excuse for you to fucking show up to somebody's house.
Because you think that you're like, oh, obviously I'm not a crazy person. I'm just going to get a photo or I'm just going to pass a note. But when you're one of us, you go, oh, somebody who I don't know knows where I live now.
Yeah.
Forever.
How easy is it now? Like, you might be one of those guys, even if it's not you, that would show up and be like, I just was going to give a note. I will never bother them. But think of the other people that just show up like that. They go home. Guess who I saw today? Gus and Eddie. I was at Eddie's place. You tell one friend. They lived here, but don't tell anybody. It's just don't fucking do it at all.
Don't do it. But also, again, it's everybody else listening is going like, obviously. But there's somebody listening who still in their mind, they're like, maybe me, though. Not maybe you, though.
The fact that still you are thinking maybe me, though. What the fuck, dude?
And if you're still even now going, but I'm me, no.
Legally and clinically, you suck. That's the
Doctor said it.
Doctor
came
said
in.
it.
The American Idol text votes are in. You fucking suck.
I hate, again, with us too, arguably we probably had the least problems of any of our online friends and stuff because genuinely, I mean, we are so proud of this community.
Yeah, and we also stress it all the time. If we are going to beat the shit out of our regular fans, what do you think we do to you?
But no, on a positive note, though, like, if you guys see us in public all the time, stop and say hey.
Oh, always say hey in public.
Always. I have these tiny little earbuds in all the time. I felt really bad. I saw a tweet a few weeks ago that was like, hey, I said hey to you in, like, Kohl's or something.
Oh, no.
And I was like, guys, I have these fucking microscopic Bluetooth earbuds. Come up. I mean, honestly, tap me on the shoulder if, like, you're like, Gus, I will not ignore you.
It's great. And if we're with people, it makes us look cooler.
Think of how hot I look with my family.
As long as it's if we're with people, make it very short interaction. Just say hey.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to look you right in the face and I'm going to go, all right, clock's rolling.
You just have a stopwatch, just beep, right when they start talking. Are you Gus Johnson? Beep. Beep. 20 seconds. Just wait there. But no, yeah, it makes us look better, so do that.
But we always feel bad griping about that stuff. It's not a huge problem, and we always love running into you guys. Never feel shy to come up and say hey. So.
That's always super, super positive. I love that so much because it's like it makes being in public more fun. It's like, oh, there's a possibility someone just might say something really nice to me today.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Even though I hardly shower out there, I'm still happy to see you guys.
Sorry, what?
Most of the days I don't shower when I go out.
Okay.
Or if I stay in, typically sometimes I don't shower for the most part.
So most days? What does most days mean?
Most days, just like a tight kind of 9 to 5 weekday situation. The occasional every day of the weekend is also a time.
When was the last time you showered? Just give me the last time. It's just give me the date. It should be soon, so you should be able to recall it.
One sec. There's Monday and there's Tuesday.
You doing the days of the week Addams Family?
That's a callback. Zoop. How about we open a little piece of mail?
That's fucking right. We're back with it.
Thanks for all the feedback, too. We're always trying to figure out the best way to communicate and get feedback on some stuff. So we are bringing mail back. We're just going to do a little bit less of it.
Yeah, I think, either way, I did see some audio people as well saying like, oh, I actually like that decision because I can't see it. So we're best of both worlds. Little bit of mail.
But
mail's still here. And so you can still send stuff and it'll still get open on the podcast. But please cool off for a bit. We have too many packages.
Yes, honestly, don't send us mail yet.
Yeah, just hold off for a bit. Like we'll tell you when.
We will.
Also, there's an announcement that we can't announce, but is coming soon. So just get ready for it. It's going to be in like 2 weeks.
It's going to blow your little TDs
I'm really, really happy with it so far, to be honest.
We're fucking psyched.
Should I give like a little hint of just kind of what it is?
Please tell me.
Oh, it will be the first merch that we ever sell. And if you're thinking you know what it is, then you probably know. Mm-hmm. And that's all we're going to say. Is it another Communist Manifesto?
No, it's Cuba and its neighbors. Democracy in motion.
God damn it. Shit. Fuck.
Fuck you, Cuba. Actually.
Can I show this thing on there?
The one with the tatas on it?
Yeah.
They're censored. Okay. That's a lot of taint that's showing, though.
Yeah, that is okay.
It's cartoon. You can use the Russ and Edgy podcast knife if you need to.
I think I got it. We're good.
Thanks for the Cuba book. Do you think you'd ever go visit Cuba?
Yeah.
Cuba
looks really cool, and also their food seems like it's real good.
You know what I love about Cuba is that because there was all the embargoes with the U.S. and surrounding countries for so many years, they take so much care of the automotives that they have there.
No, it looks so cool.
You guys should go check out, just Google some Cuban cars. What do we got?
So we got Cricket Bites.
Cricket Bites?
A dog.
Dude, these are cheesy ranch flavor.
Oh, fuck, dude. All right, there's a note on the back of the dog.
All right. Who sent this in? Pupper in Brooklyn, 2018. Oh, thanks, Aaron. This is really cool. This is a really nice classic typewriter shit.
There's 2 pieces of clothing here.
Okay.
I see some... Wait, what? Is this a shirt? It's folded really weird. Okay, there we go. So
it's a thin
open that
tablecloth
on camera, and I'll read it out loud.
Okay, what
Flip
is it?
it.
Because I can't read it.
It said, "Education ain't in the Bible. Harvard is not in there." And then that.
Steve Einstein. That's from my Steve Harvey video.
And then I got a knees shirt.
Oh, it's 3D knees.
It's a knees tee. It's a knees tee.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate
This
it.
is a cool shirt.
That's a good one. All right, you don't have to. I'll take a ranch cricket.
I'm not gonna do it. I already. If you want to see me eat bugs, I did it. When was that? It was when I hit 100K. So that was like March of 2018.
I will take your word for it.
I remember that year I had 10,000 subscribers, and I said if I hit 100K within a year, I'll eat bugs on camera. It's actually not that bad.
It's not that bad, but cheesy
the
ranch.
flavor's awful.
Cheesy ranch. I would rather have a plain live cricket than cheesy ranch crickets.
I'm gonna grab one more package while you eat these bugs.
All right, do it up. Can you check the cameras too? That's my biggest fear in all of life. We do it every episode. I'm always like, I get 40 minutes in, and I'm like, are we rolling, please? Thank God, dude. All right, I'm taking a cheesy ranch cricket bite. Made in Portland, Oregon. Great. Locally sourced. These are very small crickets. The heads are all falling off. Jesus Christ. All right.
Ooh.
I would rather eat this silica gel packet than one of these crickets right now.
Okay.
All right.
I don't want to dox anybody.
You ready for my cricket ASMR?
Yes. I don't like that at all. Wait, did you open this one?
God, that was terrible.
It says games for Gus and Eddy.
Oh. I think I peeked in there to make sure it wasn't Communist Manifestos, but I didn't look what was in there.
Yeah, it is the shape of one.
Oh, that's fucking awful.
So first, you want to check this out?
Yeah. Fuck, I might need a mint. The games, G&E, the Games for Gus and Eddy Foundation. Boys support boys.
So this says, what the fuck?
Oh, look at this. Wait, what is that?
It says Alakini's Gun, which is a game that Funhouse played in a series. And then on the back it says a totally real copy from the New York Post. Not a broken copy of Modern Warfare 2 from his neighbor Jim.
There you go.
God damn. It's got the fake game on here.
There you
so
go.
it's a broken copy of Modern Warfare 2.
Fucking Jim.
God damn it.
Look at this. Included with this letter, you will find your prize, which this quarter was one copy of the hottest game of 2018, Alakine's Gun. Thanks for the paperwork. And we have an already redeemed Xbox Live card.
Damn it. So that was just somebody sent us trash. They were like, do I throw this in the bag or do I put shit on top of it?
Or do I spend money to throw it away?
You want this knife back?
Excuse me. Oh, God, that's fucking awful.
Oh, God. Is it the cricket burps?
Yep, she's crawling back up. Well, that's about it for mail.
I was in the middle of swallowing. I was like, ah.
You know what I just remembered today? Speaking of
Go ahead.
What's that? Speaking of digestion, you got to tell me, is this possible? There was this guy in college, and he was this really friendly dude, but he told us fully seriously that there was a period where he didn't take a shit for 3 weeks straight.
I would imagine that has to be some kind of possible, but he had to have been really sick and didn't go to the doctor then.
He's like, yeah, we just
wait, but he ate full meals the whole time?
Yeah, I was like, were you still eating? And he's like, yeah, at least every other day. And I was like,
What?
There's no fucking way.
Yeah, that seems like a weird fucking answer too. At least every other day. What does that mean?
I don't know. He's like, yeah, I was just home and like I was like in high school and my parents like I kept having food, so they'd bring me food and stuff, but it was 3 full weeks.
But then at least every other day doesn't make sense. Where it's like, so were you fasting? That like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then it's like, were you dying? I don't understand. Because if the story was like, yeah, I had this weird period where I didn't want to eat, and then also I didn't do that.
How long can you go without pooping? There's got to be some actual.
Well, it probably depends on what you're eating as well.
Yeah. Wait, it says a normal pooping frequency is anywhere from 3 times a day. Oh, to every other day. I thought 3 times was the minimum. I was like, what?
If you're not doing that, you're in trouble.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. There isn't a defined amount of time, such as 1 week or 1 month, that a person could technically go without pooping. This is because everyone's different, blah, 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 blah. However, if you haven't pooped at all in a week and you're eating as you normally would, you might need to start thinking about why you haven't pooped. 7 days.
I remember there's There's a joke I really like from an old Jake and Amir video where, like Jake was always the straight man and Amir was the weird one.
Yeah.
And I think Amir says he shits like 11 times a day. And Jake is just like, what? Like, that's so weird. And he's like, well, how many times do you do it? And he's like, I don't know, like once or twice a week. And he's like, that's not normal either. I love where it's like they turn the straight man to being like, no, he's weird too.
Yeah. Here it says right here, one extreme example is that of a young woman from the UK who passed away after 8 weeks
Wow.
of not going to the restroom.
And she didn't go to the doctor at all?
Oh my God. She didn't even die from like her stomach exploding. It says this.
Explode.
I mean, you think so, right? Like,
and then you blow up.
it says the stool caused her intestines to enlarge so significantly that they pressed on her organs and led to a heart attack.
Ooh.
Jesus, dude.
Sorry, just the phrasing too, though, is like, have you ever had to poop so bad that you had a heart attack?
That's just awful, though.
Yeah,
that's
that's a bad way to go.
Maybe I believe him now. That's not even half of her record.
But the thing is, the fact that he didn't have a good answer prepared for, like, the fact that he said every other day.
Yeah.
Is for eating. Because if you didn't do that for 3 weeks, you would be monitoring everything you did and have an exact answer. Like, yeah, I ate meals every day. I was trying to do it. You don't just like not go for 3 weeks and think like, it's probably coming along.
Yeah, and at some point I would just genuinely stop eating too. If it's just like nothing's going out.
Yeah.
So real estate's full, boys.
You want to hit some preguntas?
Sure, hell yeah. Let's look at some preguntas. Question for our very few English-speaking viewers. Follow us on Twitter at Gus Buckets and at Eddie Burback.
Do you think I'll be verified by the time this one comes out?
Guys,
maybe.
If Eddie is verified, I don't know what the date it's going to come out on.
This would come out on... when the next one's coming out on the 22nd. So whatever a week after that is. That'll be the 29th.
Guys, if Eddie is verified by the day that this comes out, everybody go online and send him Roblox codes.
God
please.
damn it. Robux codes?
Sorry, Robux. God, that would have saved me so much time. A lot of people asking about the Cats trailer. Did you see that at all?
Yeah, it's just like, I remember, they released that weird trailer the day before where it was a bunch of the actors talking about how exciting the movie was going to be.
No.
And they said the phrase digital fur technology. And I texted Tony before the trailer came out. And I saw, because they were showing behind the scenes footage too. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Tony, are they recording them normally and then CGI putting fur on them? And we were both saying, like, if that's the case, it's going to look really fucking weird. That trailer was going, like, they were saying, like, the technology's amazing. We've never seen something like this before. But it's like, you're just going to put fur on the person? And then it came out, and yeah, it looks really fucking weird.
I don't get the decision behind this, truthfully, because, like, we were talking about the kind of conspiracy theory of, like, do you think that they fucked up Sonic's design on purpose?
On purpose, yeah. That's not the case with Cats.
You don't think so?
No, because Cats already is an idea where it's like, it's really fucking weird.
Yeah.
So the fact that they would make that creative decision is not surprising to me, because they were like, let's make a Cats movie.
On stage, it looks so weird anyway, too.
Yeah,
like,
and it would have been fine with the costumes. The CGI thing is just really bizarre. And then, I don't know, the whole thing is just, it's just who is Cats for? Like, who likes Cats? Like, I know it has good music in it that we've heard in other stuff, but who's like, I cannot wait for the Cats movie?
I don't know. Even just of the Andrew Lloyd Webber stuff. Do you know Andrew Lloyd Webber?
The name sounds very familiar.
He's like the OG like playwright guy. He's been making Broadway musicals for like many years. He's done like Phantom of the Opera, Jesus Christ Superstar, Tell Me on a Sunday, Evita, a lot of big boys. But yeah, like, who wanted Cats, period, but who wanted that one of all of his big ones?
Yeah, because all I knew of Cats was and when we were growing up, it was like the punchline for every like late night talk show.
Yeah.
It was just that weird fucking thing people would joke about where it's like, at least it's not Cats. And then they're like, we're making a movie.
Like when they were doing all the Spider-Man on Broadway shit or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's not fucking Cats.
Yeah. We're in a weird time, man. I think a lot of the remake stuff is really bizarre. Did you see David Spade's tweet?
No, what?
He tweeted and he said like, this is totally not going to play at VidCon tomorrow, and he said that yesterday, so it might be news today. Mm-hmm. And it looked like a live action tease for Emperor's New Groove with a real llama that is still voiced by David Spade. And it's just like, Why? Why are you doing this?
People hardly wanted the first one.
I've moved camps before with Lion King. I was like, oh, I liked Favreau's Jungle Book. I want to see it more. But then it came out and it looks like it's really boring.
Yeah.
It's like if you want to take cool creative liberties with it, sure. But if we're just making really boring remakes, then why? Money. But
it is money. But it's the thing, too, is like they have time on it, you know? Like they have so much IP to deal with, especially Disney, where it's like, put some care into this.
Yeah,
like,
or just make a new 2D animated movie. But the thing is, they don't make money anymore. Like, the thing is, even live action movies, like, I think the Beauty and the Beast live action remake made way more money than the original. So it's like, I get it in a business sense, but Beauty and the Beast can work as a live action.
Yeah, and wasn't that still middle of the road reviews, too?
I don't remember.
I want to say it was in the 70s at the most.
Yeah.
Beauty, I almost sang it, but fuck you, UMG. You're not getting my dime today. Beauty and the Beast 2017, yeah, 71.
All right.
Which is still like that's good, but for like what it should have been, it's like you guys got to start pulling like mid 80s at least for some of these.
Yeah, I don't know, because then the thing is, I will say their 3D animated stuff is looking. Do you see the Frozen 2 trailer?
Yeah, it looks super like photorealistic on a lot of the shit.
It looks just good. It looks like they're doing something different on purpose. And it's like, all right, I'll watch that. But a lot of them, even though that I liked at the time, is like when you compare something like Big Hero 6 to a non-musical one like Emperor's New Groove, and it's like clearly one of these is way, way, way better than the other one.
Yeah. You know, for that 3D CG shit, too, I feel like we're kind of in this point right now, too, where it's so good, but it's just not perfect enough so that when you really try to do a full dive in like a Lion King thing, it's like, yeah, but how's this going to look in 5 years when we really got it down?
Exactly,
you know?
yeah. And also, I don't know, a lot of the 3D animated stuff I like a lot and looks really good. But one thing I love about the 2D stuff is that really, like, every frame is interesting because it has to be. But then the thing is, like, when you make something 3D, you can make everything look amazing, but then you set up the camera like real life. And you don't have to put as much care into, like, all right, what is this shot? We have to make it out of nothing. I don't know.
You know what? We were talking about conspiracy stuff earlier. I want to pivot a little bit to a little goofy one.
Yeah, what's up? Is it a conspiracy about a goofy movie?
Yeah, it didn't exist. So one of the channels I've been watching a lot lately on YouTube, fucking great channel. Please go check him out. It's called The Company Man, and it's just this guy that does like 10 to 15 minute breakdowns of like big brands and stuff. Just like here's a brief history. Here's why they're not working anymore. Here's why they've been booming since they changed their ad strategy.
Domino's one, because I love everything that happened with Domino's turnaround.
I am sure that there is, but the Little Caesars one is super, super interesting. How Little Caesars totally got their shit together and like way saved sales. Company Man, Domino's, just because I am interested. Domino's pizza is good now too.
Yeah, I'm a little less for it now just because of how much it dries me out.
Yeah. It tastes good, but if you're having Domino's late at night, you're going to wake up feeling like you just licked a piece of sand.
Yep.
Probably a lot of pieces of sand.
Yeah, just one.
Yeah. Anyway, conspiracy stuff. This is one of the ones that I genuinely believe in. Did we already talk about New Coke at all?
No, but I think I watched his video on New Coke.
Really?
Yeah, actually, no. I watched, there was a gaming channel. I can't think of who it is. But Tony watched them, and he used New Coke as an example before a video game thing, and went over New Coke as a thing.
Really?
So yeah, it's really interesting.
One of the conspiracies that I genuinely believe in is, for those of you that don't know, in the 80s, Coca-Cola had really been going head-to-head with Pepsi as a main competitor, and the issue was that Pepsi finally pulled ahead in technical sales of Coke because Coke was so spread thin. They had their different variants like Diet Coke and like Cherry Coke and Vanilla Coke and stuff like that. So even though Pepsi was kind of just selling Pepsi and Coke was selling more collectively of all this like brand shit,
their brand was breaking down as a main.
It was spread thin, and since Pepsi was kind of more centralized, Pepsi was able to like literally actually say like, hey, we sell more of just regular Pepsi than they do regular Coke.
Yeah.
So Coke didn't like that, and they tried to like change the formula around because they were doing these taste test things, blind taste tests, and they experimented with a new formula that they ultimately called New Coke.
Yeah, and right, it was because they pumped so much sugar into it that the taste test, it did better than regular Coke, but then nobody wanted to drink it. as a common drink because it made them feel terrible.
And it was too sweet. Like
Yeah.
if you're having
If you
just
have
a
little,
sip.
you have a little one of those like shot glass taste tests. You're like, wow, this one tastes better because your brain goes sugar.
Yeah.
But then you have a lot of it, and you're like, wow, this is fucking disgusting.
So what Coke did is after decades and decades of having the same formula, they rolled out New Coke. And New Coke was, I think it must have been a couple of years at most that they had New Coke.
I think it was a year at most. It
Let me
wasn't
see.
like, I don't think it was a very long time at all.
But the whole thing that they did too was, the public was like, what the fuck, man? Bring us this Coke. So they finally said, okay, we hear you. And New Coke stuck around for a little bit more, and then they phased it out. They said,
Yeah.
we hear you. We're bringing back classic Coke. And then they said, okay, we went back fully to the old recipe. But I believe that this is around the time when they discovered that they could use cheaper additives like various parts of like high fructose corn syrup and stuff like that. And they thought, well, we can't just fully switch to these cheap additives.
Yep.
So if we throw in New Coke as a smokescreen and then create
I
this
fully
outrage,
agree with this conspiracy. by the way.
I so fucking do it. And then they bring it back like, okay, here's the old recipe. And it was enough time for people to like their brains to flush and their taste, like all the
They don't
old
remember
Coke.
what old Coke tasted like because it's all expired now.
Boom! This guy gets it right here. This is why I hired him.
What?
Eddie does my laundry too. That's it. You don't know that, but yeah, that's my theory. Is that they used it to do cheaper materials.
Yeah, that's the thing is I think a lot of people now, and it is true for movies especially, where people are like, yeah, companies are like using outrage to sell stuff. It's like they did that before. You're not, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's not a new thing.
Yeah, I think you already talked about IHOB. That whole thing.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm gonna get
Please.
really mad right now.
Please.
Okay, if you think that IHOB was a bad marketing thing, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be mean about it because you're stupid. If you think it was bad, you're a fucking moron, dude. Straight up. Okay, let's think about when you're doing an ad campaign. What are the goals? IHOP is in a meeting, and they go, "We have new burgers, but people think of us as a pancake place. How do we make everybody know that we have burgers?" And one guy goes, "Hey, what if we don't change the signs, don't change the menus, but just bullshit and say our name is IHOB and the B stands for burgers?" And everyone went, "This is so fucking stupid. Now that IHOP has burgers, I'm mad that you changed the name. What a dumb marketing campaign. Did you hear that IHOP has burgers and they changed it to IHOB because they have burgers now? How dumb do they think we are?"
Yeah.
And everyone's like, wow, what a terrible marketing campaign. It literally got every goal done that they wanted to.
Yes.
IHOP sales didn't go down because they changed the name. If anything, everybody was like, well, I kind of want to go IHOP now. Because it wasn't anything about their quality of their food being bad. Everyone was saying it was a dumb name change. The signs didn't change. The menus didn't change. The commercials were there for a little bit. And they're still IHOP. And now we all know they have burgers.
Yeah.
If you think that's bad, you're a fucking moron. I'm sorry.
That's the thing too, is even before you explained it, like 2 minutes into the rant thing there, like you're like, I gotta talk about IHOB. I guarantee every one of you already knew that we were talking about IHOB.
It's one of the best online marketing campaigns that has ever happened. And everybody was going, wow, this is the stupidest shit to ever happen. It's like, no, you're a cog in the machine, you fucking moron. It's like, and so am I, because I was arguing with people about it at the time. And I don't even remember who. Some people were responding to it and going like, no, this is dumb. And it's like, guys, they didn't really change the name. It's God, it made me so angry. And at the time, people were too heated about it to like listen to common sense. It was so stupid.
It's so fucking dumb. Yeah, that's a big success.
And I was really quick. Sorry, my outrage is helping their campaign.
Yeah.
Still to this day. So I'm also a cog in the machine, but still.
We didn't even want to help you out, IHOP. What the fuck, man? Yeah, that's a perfect example. In terms of like manufactured outrage stuff too, I did see another thing today, and we touched on this pretty briefly, I think a few episodes ago, but the whole Camp Coral thing with SpongeBob.
Wait,
did we talk about this?
I don't know if we did. I don't remember this.
Oh, okay. Well, stop me if we've done it, and then we'll hear more memes about it in the comments. But stop making fun of me. The SpongeBob spin-off. Did you hear about this at all?
No, what?
So there's a lot of outrage from fans and even like former workers on the show because Nickelodeon has, in the last like couple weeks or so, they have greenlit a Spongebob spin-off called Camp Coral, where SpongeBob and friends are going to be like 10 years old and they're at a summer camp, and it's fully CG. Ooh is right.
Like Jimmy Neutron style?
Like Jimmy Neutron style. Which is already bad.
Because they were like, all these 3D movies are selling more than the 2D ones. Why don't we do a show of it?
Mm-hmm. And perhaps the scummiest part of it is that Steven Hillenburg, who everyone that's a higher up at Nickelodeon deserves to just suck his dick to eternity.
Yeah.
He has fucking printed money for them for decades.
Anybody who has worked at Nickelodeon for a long time owes their car and house to Steve.
But Steven said throughout his life that he would be heartbroken and just super disappointed if there was ever a SpongeBob spin-off. He said, we built this up, we've built this world, and it is the show. If you want to work within the realm, work it on the show, okay? And he said, too, there are just a number of concrete rules like that you never change. Like SpongeBob can never get his boating school license. Mrs. Puff, Pearl's mom can never be seen. Like, there's just these ongoing things. And he and the rest of, like, the core creators and stuff were like, never a spin-off. Never, ever, ever, ever. It's just a disgusting money grub, like, kind of shit.
Paul, he hasn't even been dead for a year, dude.
You know they were fucking waiting until he died.
Yeah, that's so disrespectful.
You know Paul Tibbett? He was the showrunner for a while. I don't remember what his role is when the show started off, but he is like publicly on Twitter like a few weeks ago too. He was like, I mean no disrespect to my fellow and former coworkers who are working on like the production of the show at all. They're good people. They're talented. This is fucking disgusting at the executive level.
I'm surprised. Is Tom Kenny voice acting for SpongeBob, or are they getting like a kid? I mean, I'd assume that he would still do regular SpongeBob voice for a kid.
I bet with Tom Kenny, he would only do the voice if he was contractually obligated to, because you'd think that he would have some.
Yeah, I would hope that he would say like, I can't do this.
Yeah, Camp Coral is an upcoming animated television series, a prequel to SpongeBob SquarePants. It's based on the SpongeBob movie It's a Wonderful Sponge. It focuses on a 10-year-old SpongeBob at a summer sleepaway camp.
Which so really just Camp Lazlo, but literally just SpongeBob in 3D. I liked Camp Lazlo a lot.
I saw a few episodes. I'm not super familiar with the lore, but
Tom Kenny was in that show too.
Was he really? I didn't know he did the. Did he do that big dopey cow guy or whatever the fuck?
Moose you talking about? The camp counselor?
The yellow guy?
Wait, I'm confused now.
Are we thinking of two different shows?
I'm thinking of Camp Lazlo, the camp show where it was like a monkey, an elephant, and what was the third friend? Was he like a squid?
I'm not thinking...
No, he was a rhino. Yeah.
I'm not thinking of the same thing. Okay. I remember Camp Lazlo.
Yeah, I fucking loved Camp Lazlo, especially because I always wanted to go to a camp like that when I was a kid. And so it was like, I just wanted to see it, the theme of it.
Oh, I'm thinking of Heifer from Rocko's Modern Life.
It is Tom Kenny still, right?
Okay, yeah, that's Tom Kenny.
I think he is, yeah.
God damn, dude. Tom Kenny is a god.
Yeah. Hopefully he's not doing Camp Coral.
Yeah. I actually probably can check right here. It doesn't say right now.
Okay.
So it just got greenlit. So I don't know if anything's even happening. Of course, there's a petition. They don't do shit. Don't make this. There's one little tiny segment called criticism on Wikipedia, and it just says, Camp Coral's announcement received criticism from SpongeBob SquarePants fans, primarily citing that Steven Hillenburg, the creator of the source material who passed away on blah, 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 stated he was highly against SpongeBob spin-offs, especially those that aged the characters down.
Dude, for real?
Yep.
So he really just said, like, don't, what's the Looney Tunes version, what's it called?
Teen Titans thing or whatever the fuck?
No.
Wait, what the fuck was I thinking?
I was like, what?
Baby Looney Tunes?
Is that literally the name?
Do they have those?
No, yeah, for sure. Is it like, I know the name. I'm getting mad that I don't know the name.
Baby Looney Tunes is a show.
Okay. That's, my brain was thinking that, and I was like, no, that sounds too dumb and basic.
Were you thinking of Muppet Babies?
No.
Why do they do that for all the show? Like,
I don't know, dude. It probably sells more.
What if we take these well-developed characters and just make them dumb babies?
Yeah.
I like that he says specifically the ones that age the characters down, and they went like, check on both boxes.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Dude, the spin-off was initially announced 3 months after his death. Like, come on, dude. Jesus Christ.
Swallowed my water wrong.
That's disgusting.
What pregunta got us onto this thing.
Not even a pregunta. It was just our natural chemistry.
The natural chemistry that goes into making the powerful flavor of new Coke.
There you go. No, so I just saw a bunch of comments about cats. So,
oh, right.
So there's that. Anyway, preguntas. At Pessimist Self says, are you boys car fans?
Car fan? Very, very, very lightly. Not really, though.
Yeah.
It's like I like some cars and know of them, but not really a car boy.
I wish I was.
Yeah, so do I. My dad is a huge car guy, and I just never got into it.
My dad is enough of a car guy that I could really have that bonding with him. And I just feel like, especially where I come from, like Bible Belt Midwest, lots of these strong men figures in my life I could really have some common ground with, but I don't know anything about cars.
Well, especially I think for when our dads were growing up, cool cars were like affordable. Mm-hmm. So like you could work like a regular job and get like a really, really cool car. And that wasn't the case for us at all. So it's like, oh shit, did a camera battery die?
Fuck, we lost a camera battery.
You got it? Or
yeah, I'll get her.
Cool. Was it that one? Oh, fuck. I always fuck up hearing it.
You want to talk about cars?
Yeah, sure. No, but yeah, by the time we were like kids wanting to, maybe get a car when we were older, everything, like any muscle car was super expensive. There was like nothing you could really get. But back in the 70s and 80s, they were more affordable, I believe. Or I'm just talking on my ass, but that's what my dad told me.
Nice ass you got there.
Sorry, what's up?
Nice ass you've got there.
You tell me I have a nice ass?
No, Tony just added my voice in post.
You can hear it in the whole thing.
Fuck, dude.
That's whenever I think we can't hear each other, and then I hear back to the podcast when we're off screen, and you can hear us. Probably shouldn't have said all those horrible things I said,
I get you.
Oops. I'm going to go look for another pregunta right now. Hold on.
Okay, we're rolling.
Okay. Oh. I'm just going to clap just in case for Tony. Boom. Okay. You want to hit another pregunta if you got them open?
Yeah, let's hit up another pregunta here. All right. What's the worst thing you've ever tasted or eaten? Asks Xatetic.
Oh, I don't know. What about you?
Dude, I totally know.
What?
It ruined apple cinnamon Cheerios for me, like Apple Jacks for a while. When I was a little kid, I was probably like 8 or so, and I was at my grandpa's house, and we were like about to go to a Twins baseball game in a few hours, so I was eating a snack before then, and I poured myself a bowl of Apple Jacks, and I poured out the milk, and I don't know how I didn't know what this was yet, but the milk was like kind of chunky. And it smelled kind of sour, but I didn't know that was bad yet because I was a dumb idiot. And I was when I was a kid, like, I just was so paranoid and like I felt terrible wasting food. And I didn't know that it was like spoiled. So I ate half the bowl.
Oh, no.
Of Apple Jacks with chunky sour milk.
That's awful.
And it was, God, I just remember, I just kept gagging. I kept going, and I went downstairs, and I was like, Papa, the milk is kind of chunky. Do I have to finish these Cheerios? And he's like, oh my God, stop eating them.
Why did you keep scarfing? How old were you?
I was probably like 8 or something.
And you just kept going?
I just kept going, man.
Fuck, dude.
And the thing is, I don't know if I've eaten Apple Jacks since then, but something about just the correlation to like having that be a part of the sour milk thing,
yeah.
I couldn't eat them for years.
Yeah, I get that.
Just repulsive. Even eating them, like I tried them a few years later with regular milk, and I still kind of gagged at them, even though
you're still picturing it.
They were in my mind, baby.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's it.
I don't think I have one that I can recall right away.
That's good though. You've had a pretty easy life.
Of not fit. I see chunky milk and I go, oh, I'm not gonna eat that.
I can't wait to mow down on that.
Gus goes, what if Papa sees me not eating these?
Please, Papa, eat those. At Lil Trash 17 says, what death in a movie or show saddened you the most?
Oh man, well this is real high spoiler territory for anything.
Yeah, we'll preface if we think of one. What show it's from?
All right, it's too spoilery. I even thought of trying to do it for a second, but that question is just begging for spoilers.
Yeah. We can just skip that.
Yeah, sorry, it was a good question. That's a minefield there.
That really threw me off. Sorry. At Stains Soap says, would you rather be an incredibly beloved comedy and action actor in big budget films, or be a genius scriptwriter and comedian only recognized by your peers? Good question.
I don't know. I mean, there's no. I don't like both of those options because I just want to make stuff that I like and enjoy things. You know what I mean? There's
you have to really compromise the other part of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would like being a famous comedy actor ever. I think that would not be because I want to make things more than I want to like act in things.
Yeah.
And so there's no like I don't not like getting recognized or having this. We're not famous in any way, but like near whatever that is.
Yeah.
But also I don't crave it, so I don't know. I mean, I guess then I'd rather be like the screenwriter, but also I don't know if I want to work on movies like that. So
that's a good point, man. I was really thinking about this earlier today. Like these people that are just super famous. I was thinking about the Queen of England because I saw this GIF of her online, and it was somebody was saying like this is one of the only times I've seen the Queen like smiling and laughing in the last couple decades, and she was just watching like it was this cow, and she came across it, and it was like jumping and having fun. And she was like laughing at it and stuff. And people were saying like in the comments and stuff too, they're like, I'm sure at this point in your life, you're just so fucking sick and out of perspective of like how people actually think about you because they're just kissing your ass your whole life. So to see some genuine, like, this is just a little cow, doesn't give a shit who it is. He's just dancing around. Like, that's got to be all that does it for you at this point. Like, I would hate being that famous.
Yeah. I don't know. Even certain movie star famous, it just sounds awful.
Yeah.
It just sounds like, I mean, I like the idea of making funny stuff, but I don't need it to be the biggest stuff in the world in any sense. I don't know.
I just hope that the majority of people who ever decide to watch me know me because they like me, you know, as opposed to like you said, a tabloid movie star.
Yeah. It's just like, it doesn't matter the scope of it, but it's just like, it's almost the maybe respect of it of like, oh, you're doing good work. That's all I need.
I would like to make stuff for a good group of people that they're discerning fans, you know, who know that like, oh, I really like this and I'll give you feedback.
Which is what we're doing currently.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's not much of like, oh, I gotta be Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
So nobody get us famouser than this.
Yeah. Nobody tell your friends about this at all.
Yeah. The friends that you just told, just tell them to unsubscribe real quick. We're actually coming up on like 100K subs on the podcast.
I think
channel.
we're at 85 right now.
Guys, smash that MF subscribe button. We are at 85.
Hell yeah.
Dude, what if we hit 85? Let's try to hit 100K by the time that we have the 1 year anniversary of the podcast.
Cool. Yeah. And we won't have a week off at all until I think the anniversary. So
goddamn.
Not that we will have one at the end of the anniversary, but
no. Then we're doing blow for 9 days straight.
I think with our travel stuff, we don't plan on having a week off for the next couple of months at all, right?
No, we're gonna be stocked up.
Yeah, we just had to, and it's not even like stocking up like we're doing a bunch right now. It's just that the early summer travel stuff, but it's like, oh, with especially you on tour and then me going home sometimes, we'll like come back, record like 2 or 3, and then we'll split up again and then do that. But then finally in like a month, we're going to have just some time to hang out as boys. It's been too busy, dude. Like we've spent a good like 2 weeks together now, but now we're about to die.
Yeah,
so.
Dude, it's been fucking nuts. I'm looking forward. The thing is, the work thing that I'm looking forward to the most is the tour. I'm super proud of it. Again, if we could put some links in the description down below, tickets are available still.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that, but there's so much going on right now. I feel myself enjoying certain things less that I should be enjoying, where it's just like, fuck, now I gotta like move all these files over, or I gotta go find a prop for the video.
Yeah,
like,
I hear you.
Like, just too much shit.
That's one thing, genuinely, is Breath of the Wild has been a great way to keep all of the boys talking and relaxing all the time. Because it's just something like, oh, I got some free time, why don't we all play Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
We had multiple days where we just had like 4 or 5 Breath of the Wild screens going with the boys playing. It was fucking amazing.
So many breaths. I'm still lost in the game. That's the only thing keeping me tethered to reality. It's fucking Breath of the Wild. But yeah, there'll be some good shit. I've had now a number of the times I've announced like for the tour stuff, and in almost every post where I'm saying like, hey guys, tickets are available, I say I will be announcing more locations and dates soon. So, and then invariably, every time I will have people saying, why aren't you coming to the Midwest?
Come to Texas, Gus.
And it's like, that is useful. I also have said every time I'm announcing more dates, so probably I'm going to be going over there. So I just don't know for sure. Like, I had a number of people in the last few months. Again, this is my 2-minute rant thing. Everyone's usually so nice. I had a number of people that were like, seemingly unironically like, hey man, you're from the Midwest. Like, why the fuck are you not going to the Midwest on your tour? Don't you think that's the first place I asked to get booked at?
Yeah, also, I mean, tours don't have to be everywhere. Like, you could have just been doing a limited run tour around here. That doesn't mean you owe the Midwest. I mean, we both love the Midwest still. That doesn't mean it's, like, disrespectful to not.
And I am going there.
Yeah, you are. It's just you're waiting for the dates to announce.
Yeah, I literally, that's the thing, too, is I appreciate all the positive feedback on all of the tour-related stuff. I hope you guys have a great time if you're coming out to the show, too. To some extent, too, though, I am doing, like, it's a full nationwide tour, and I can't book the stuff myself. Like, I'm working with upper management people to book this stuff. I have no experience as a regular like club comedian and stuff too, so it's a bigger risk for a lot of these venues to just kind of book this guy
because you don't have this is your first one, so later you can use the tour as an example. But now you have these are literally your first stats ever for them.
Like I have a lot of like stage and performing experience, but business wise for these people, yeah, exactly. Like I don't have sales numbers to show. I've never done stuff before. Yeah. So it's like I'm kind of taking what I get. I told them areas that I am interested in going to. I specifically was like, I want to go around Chicago. I want to do a few slots in the Midwest. I specifically want to go to Eau Claire, Wisconsin, which is right by my old college. And we were able to do those things. Those will be announced later. But it's like, I'm doing the best I can here.
Yeah.
So
I also want to add Chicago show. The boys will be there.
The boys!
Are we doing... we can cut this out if you don't want.
Yeah.
Are we doing our thing that time, or do you want to keep it to the thing you've been touring?
I'd be happy to incorporate our thing.
Okay,
and we can play around with any new ideas that we have too.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Because that would have been fun either way. But I don't know with the travel stuff. I don't know if I can make it to that Rockford show. Was it Rockford?
I think so.
It'll be announced by now because this is like gonna be in a week.
Yeah.
So. Not that one. But I hate that I always have to add this, but it's because they're listening to both of our podcasts. But I said this last time. It seems like you talk about your tour, which is amazing, and then I'm like, let's make it about me. But I just want to make sure.
Important.
I want to make sure nobody's tweeting like, "Where are you? I'm waiting in line." And it's like, fuck, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Eddie and I will do joint stuff in the future too. He'll be to a Chicago show, but
I will be haunting every show as a ghost.
Yes.
I'll be in the rafters.
Yeah. You pre-record some audio before you die.
I just actually am there physically dressed as a ghost, just mid-show, like violently swinging down from the rafters, like, ooh.
Just peeing on people.
Wait, what the fuck? Just like, I'm just pissing. There's no reason for it.
Ghost rules, baby.
It's what ghosts do.
Hey, club policy. I just said I don't have a lot of experience with these places, and I need to prove it.
They're like, hey, club policy, if there's a ghost haunting the rafters, he's got to piss on everybody. And it's like, are you new, kid?
Yeah.
You not know about piss ghosts yet?
Sorry, I didn't actually know that.
If there's any piss ghost in the room, please let us know now.
It'll be good stuff. Also, I don't know if the stuff is out yet. Sorry, this is so Gus heavy with announcement shit.
That's all right.
It's probably out by now, but I went to New York a few weeks ago and I shot a ton of material with Comedy Central. All the projects written by them, directed by some of their guys. I came in, we collaborated on some stuff. So there's a lot of new sketches out on the Comedy Central Originals channel. So check that out as well. I was really happy with that kind of stuff too. I don't own Viacom. If you're in Canada,
get a VPN.
Holy shit. Yeah. I've done business with VPNs in the past, and I didn't want to like try to wedge that in to make it seem like I'm trying to make money off the VPN sales, because I still do get paid as a partial commission for some of that shit. But I'm sorry. You can see it on Facebook anywhere. It's free. Anyway, that was
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, go to fucking Facebook. You can see everything.
Oh, that's even their page stuff.
Yeah.
So that's good.
And if there's still people that were like pissed enough to go dislike the video that they couldn't watch and then leave an angry comment on the community tab post, and then still get like Sabrina's always in the comments saying like, you can see it on Facebook for free, and they go, I don't want to use Facebook. Well, thanks for wasting everyone's time.
And there was somebody too that was like Gus. Am I allowed to mention that comment?
Which
that
one?
You showed me?
Oh, do it. Yeah.
The one that was like, Gus, you don't realize like we're mad because you're dangling this video in front of us, and then we click there, and it's like, fuck you because you're not in the right region. And it's like dangling a video in front of you. It's like, I love your stuff, but it's not like it's food for, the week. It's like, it's a piece of content that you can find if you just search for it. And if you can't find it, that's fine. Just don't watch it. Mm-hmm. But Gus isn't going, get ready to click because I'm going to tell you to fuck off, you fucking Canadians,
Fuck you.
It's like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like, just, obviously it's out of his control. And still that guy was responding to that comment and going like, Gus, you just don't realize how hard it is for us to not watch this one video from you. Which is a compliment, but also you're not owed anything just because we owe you a lot of love from your support. But you're not owed like personal shit from us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And again, too, it's like, don't you think I feel bad that you can't watch it if you're in Canada? Again, I'm griping about the vast minority of commenters right now. But the frustrating thing is every time I utilize the community tab to post some of my Comedy Central stuff, all of the parent comments, jokingly or actually upset-wise, are just like, bro, what the fuck, can't watch this in Canada.
Like, it's like every top comment.
I have said in text and in speech, I didn't make that fucking decision. This is like Viacom, which is a multi-billion-dollar fucking company that's trickled down.
It's a media powerhouse.
I am one kid that didn't shower today, making fucking sketches for their thousands of content pieces online. I can't get this shit passed. I'm sorry you can't see it. You can see it if you don't want to watch it on Facebook, then fucking too bad. I ran out of breath.
That's all right.
That was my 4-minute rant. I hate doing it because it's like people are so nice, and I don't want people to think that genuinely, we're just hit by idiots all the time. But sometimes, the most negative, goofy ones pop out the most. And it's frustrating when it's like I'm putting these sketches out, and I would love to get genuine feedback. Like I said, if you don't like them, tell me. What do you have issues with?
Yeah, that's the thing, though, is that the last top comment on this last one, after you had mentioned it multiple times, wasn't like, hey, Gus, I'm a fan from Canada. I'm really disappointed I can't see it. Mm-hmm. We wouldn't have this reaction if that was the case. The top comment was something along the lines of like, wow, not available in Canada. Guess I'm downvoting this one.
Yeah,
that was the top liked comment.
It was the top. It had like 60 fucking likes on it.
What do you think that does for the relationship between Gus and Comedy Central if you're going to fucking dislike raid the videos he does with them?
That's the thing, too, is again, if you don't like the video, tell me. If you don't want to watch the video, that's fine. But if you are so bothered that it is blocked in Canada and you are taking it out on me saying that, like, fuck you for this, just the logic doesn't hold up.
Yeah, and it wasn't you.
If you really care about me and what I'm doing, like, tell me if you have a problem with what I'm doing. But don't fuck me over with dislikes because you can't watch it in Canada.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love you guys.
Yeah, at least I guess this. Check this out. I'm gonna bring him back with a
What's up?
A podcast inside joke right here. I got. Hold up. Let me just
go. Yeah, get some lubed up and throw.
At least Canada ain't Ohio. Podcast inside joke. We hate Ohio. At least Canada isn't Ohio, is what I'm saying.
I don't get that. What's that?
No, we do a bit all the time where we say like fuck Ohio, people.
The single
from Ohio.
moms thing, right?
All of that. It's single moms is separate, but then also if they're from Ohio. So I was just bringing it back to the podcast inside jokes where it's hey, at least it's not Ohio. At least Canada's not Ohio. Am I right? And then you
did laugh. I have a line or I
no,
laughed?
Laugh. I'm saying. Let me do it again. Jesus Christ.
Okay, fine. Let's go for it.
Good thing that Toronto ain't Ohio. At least it's not Ohio.
You really are stuttering a lot, which is
because I have to keep changing it up because you're not laughing. Go ahead.
Okay, so you want me to laugh?
Laugh now.
Okay.
Thanks, dude. Fuck yeah.
I don't want to do this podcast anymore.
Oh, are we out of time? At least the end of the podcast ain't Ohio.
Nope, don't stop.